Welcome to the Mad Lab Boxing YouTube channel. I'm Anthony Bashilia with your host, Mike the Mad Lab Iorado.
What's going on? Look at the people.
Look at the people.
I was lambasted for about 20 minutes last night and just now for about 10 minutes. And I don't look at the people. Look at the people.
Look at the people. Look at the baby.
Now
Look at the baby.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby. So I got to look at the people now when I talk.
This is our boxing channel. You know, Mike became the host of the Dog and Pass weekly UFC show. So we decided to pivot and go into boxing instead. We had our first episode last week. There was no big fights besides the Farmer fight. Now we have some fights this weekend. We're going to break that down. News and notes. To come find us, we are from the MadLabMMA.com. We're a combat sports community. Mike puts out DFS plays for UFC, weekly wagers UFC, weekly wagers for boxing. We watch the fights together with the community. Great group of guys, sharp bettors who bet on everything from darts, billiards, WNBA, and every major sport you can even think of. Come check us out, the MadLabMMA.com. We have weekly and monthly passes. Quick news and notes before we break down the two fights over here. So Teofimo Lopez runs his mouth like he always does, says something about Turkey. Turkey allegedly fires him. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
But I didn't see it.
Well, he wrote dictator, all capital letters, dictator at Turkey. Turkey obviously saw it. He responded back in Arabic or whatever, and people are now coming out saying, oh, you know, he got fired him, he fired him. I don't think he fired him, but he is putting his fight in jeopardy because if he wants to be a prick, he could be like, you ain't fighting on Alcatraz if that's the venue. You know, so... I don't know. He posted a video too, or a picture of him like wearing Dre Beats on a street corner, holding a sign that says like, I got fired. We'll work for food or whatever." So I don't know. I mean, I just think he's a prick. I mean, from the eyeliner to the cowboy hat to his father is the worst.
The worst.
You
the
know,
egos,
so,
the arrogance.
Yeah, it's just horrible. But
kid's a good boxer, but he's just a jerk off.
He was the only one who really kind of impressed me in New York that night.
Yeah, he looked good.
Really it. You know?
Because the other guys, everybody looked terrible.
Yeah, sorry. Even Raleigh. I mean, he beat a guy we talked about, who was a shell of himself. But he's a good fighter. When he's clocked in, he's a good fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, but he's a jerk off. Tyson Fury. This guy, how many times has he retired and come back and retired and come back? I can't stand him either.
You think he's done? He says he's done for, that's it. He's done. He says, I'm done.
I don't think so. He's not that old.
No, he's not that old, but here's the thing. Like, is it really a big money fight with him and Joshua? Is it really that big of a money fight? Are people really clamoring to see that fight?
No, but you would think that the Fury-Usyk rematch, if they ever did it, would be...
Yeah, but they're not talking about that. They're talking about Fury-Joshua.
I'm sick of him, too.
I don't even think he's good.
When are we getting the U.S. heavyweight boxers going again, dude? Everything's been overseas for the last 10, 15 years.
They got him.
Ooh, where are they?
Usyk. He's the guy, bro.
Usyk's not American.
No, but I'm saying they got him. They got him over there.
No, I'm saying for the last 10, besides Wilder, who, if you want to...
He wasn't even good.
You know, like we haven't had a good U.S., real good contender in a while.
You know who would roll all these guys today?
Who? Like, all the guys. Riddick Bowe. Who?
David Tua.
Fucking David Tua.
That's my guy, bro.
That is your guy.
David Tua. But no, we don't have American. We don't, bro. That's the one thing for years and years and years. The American division has the heavyweight division in America has been. I mean, come on.
And it used to be all US.
Holyfield. We used to have the best. Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis.
Everybody, Foreman, Holmes, Tyson. I mean, we were.
Not no more.
We were boxing U.S. heavyweight champs.
Well, Lennox Lewis was over there, but
Lennox Lewis, and I'll keep saying, as much as I didn't like Lennox Lewis, he was one of the most underrated heavyweight champions.
Yeah, but your guy was Donovan Razor Ruddock.
I love Razor Ruddock. I just like him.
Every time we talk about Tyson or something, he always goes, "Bro, he beat Ruddock
twice." Ruddock was tough. He's always disvaluing Tyson, and I get that, but he did mow down everybody in front of him. All right, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was dead grass.
And then now here's what he's gonna say. Yeah, but he never fought Ray Mercer. Go ahead, say it.
He never did.
He never fought Ray
Mercer.
Guys,
do yourself a favor, real quick. Do yourself a favor before we jump into these upcoming fights this weekend. Really think about this for a second. Like when you talk about he's fought everybody. I hate when people say he fought everybody.
But who did he duck?
He didn't fight Ray Mercer.
That's the only one. That wasn't his fault. That was Don King's fault.
Never fought David Tua.
Ray Mercer ended.
Listen, Ray Mercer was undefeated when Tyson was a champion. He was undefeated.
He was undefeated.
And Don King would not go near him. Don King didn't want nothing to do with it because he had an iron cast chin. He had the same kind of style as Tyson.
He hit like a fucking
And he hit
truck.
like a truck. And he was a threat to Tyson.
He was.
The people closest to Tyson knew his weaknesses, bro. He was a little boy mentally.
Yeah.
They knew that, bro. Come on, you know that.
Here we go. We'll make a separate episode to talk about Mike Tyson. All right. This weekend, 2 fights, right? There's a lot of good fights coming up, too, in this couple of months. And, you know, with Dana getting involved in Turkey, we thought this would be a great time to do a boxing show. And there's not a lot of good boxing shows out there that are entertaining. So, Jermell Charlo versus Thomas Lamanna. Charlo moving up to 168, hasn't fought in 29 months, 28 months layoff. He had a back injury, still undefeated. We haven't seen him in a minute. And this guy Lammana, I mean, 39-5-1. He's a big dog at plus 700. The kid's won 9 in a row. Tough kid, mentally tough kid. Resume, you know, not that good. You got to think that they're giving Charlo a nice little tune-up after a 29-month layoff. Get him going again and get him into a big fight.
When you look at the bump up his weight, sometimes the bump up is okay for some people. Sometimes it's not. You know, a guy as talented as Charlo, I don't see.
He's got a big frame, though, too.
I don't see it being an issue for him. Even when they were at the press, that's what I was going to say. Even at the press conference, like when I saw these guys talk, because there's been a lot of chitter chatter, you could see Charlo just actually look like the bigger guy. Like this kid looked kind of frail.
Yeah.
You know, but he's done well too. He's done well coming up. He's very resilient. He's about 6'1". He's long. He's rangy, and he fights on the back foot. He fights. He wants to keep you at range with your jab. He wants to keep everything honest. He doesn't want to get baited into exchanges, which is good. You look at Charlo. The thing that bothers me with him, I don't like what I've been hearing in the press conferences with him. This is a guy who had suicidal ideations. That's not only the reason why he was off, like 29 months, you know, with the back injury and stuff. Yeah, but the guy was a mental head case for a while. And he started showing it again in his press conference, saying, you know, I'm going to kill you. You're a bum. Like to a kid who's a plus 700. Like if anything, you sit on the microphone, you go, yeah, I'm glad you're confident, but we all know what's going to happen. Yeah, like you kind of just say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't go, you're a bum. It was almost like he was trying to convince himself that this kid was a bum. And this kid has such good mental resolve that he was sitting there and he was going, okay, all right.
You think this kid's a live dog?
I don't think he's a live dog, because I think what's going to happen in this fight is he's going to try so hard to keep, because of his style, he's going to try so hard to keep Charlo off of him. But the optics of the moving forward and the moving forward and the moving
the ring
forward
generalship
and the ring generalship, he's going to be constantly on his back foot. So no, I don't. I think he's going to give him issues early on with his jab. He's got a very good jab. He knows how to use it.
It's tough too. You think he's going to get finished?
And he's tough. That's what a lot of people are calling for, a knockout. And when you look at the line minus 1,300, you're like, oh my God, bro, he's going to knock him out, Jermell Charlo. I think it's going to go to the cards. I do. I think he's going to. I think his camp after 29 months. First of all, he's going to start.
Makes sense after a long layoff.
He's going to start slow. They want him to get some time in the cage to kick some of the rust off. I don't think he's going to go in there for a quick finish. He's going to go in there and he's going to try to box. He's going to kick the rust off. He's going to try some new things with this kid that he knows he could probably take advantage of. He can't slip. Yeah. He can't completely take his foot off the gas. But I honestly think a Jermell Charlo by decision's a good spot.
What's the odds by decision?
I think minus 120. I think the odds are pretty decent.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, next fight on the card.
You never want to see a minus money in a prop, but that's not bad.
Decisions are so common in boxing. Like, you know, like I that's a good bet. I like that bet. We're not saying it's official. If you want the official bets, come to the mat.
I still got work to do on these fights.
Yeah. The other good fight on the card, no, I wouldn't say good fight, but the other big name fighter on the card is Caleb Plant versus this guy Resindez. Plant's a monster favorite, minus 2,400. Plant only has 2 losses to Canelo and David Benavidez. And that's the cream of the crop right there. Besides that, he's 22-2 with 13 wins by KO. I mean, Canelo and Benavidez, I wouldn't be too upset about that. And this guy, Jose Resindez, he's a Mexican. You know what comes with that? Big time puncher, discipline, work ethic, usually hard-headed. Man, he's coming in here as a plus 11-20 dog. Break down this fight, man.
I think this is a way for them to get Plant and Charlo. Same card.
Well, where are they fighting? Do you know?
I don't know. I got to look. I don't know. I actually don't know the location, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to check that out. It could be. This could be the fight. You know what I mean? Like to just kind of tickle everyone's ass.
That would be a good fight.
Tickle everyone's ass with a feather with this.
If they both look good, that would be a good fight.
Well, I think that's what they're setting up here. Resindez is a big puncher, and this sets you up for the perfect opportunity, puncher's chance. If you guys believe in the puncher's chance, it's Resindez. But when you look at the skill set of Caleb Plant, bro, like he's a good fighter.
He's a really good fighter.
He's got very good ring IQ. He's good footwork, very honest, very disciplined, economical with his tools, hunts when he has to hunt, backs up when he has to back up. He's very economical, where Resindez is going to look, because he knows he's durable, he's got that Mexican style, he's going to come for it. So does he have a puncher's chance? Of course he has a puncher's chance, but I think this is a much bigger hill to climb for Resindez than it is for Lammana, because you also got to remember with Lammana, you're dealing with Charlo on a 29-month layoff. So I think Plant should probably handedly win this fight from a skill set perspective, but he better hope he don't don't get caught because Resindez can crack.
Are you calling for a finish, or you think it's going to go to the cards?
I'll say Plant finishes this one.
I like it. I agree with you.
Late finish in this one.
I agree with you.
Unless Resindez's gas tank is that good and he's getting very close to some of his marks, and Caleb Plant really starts minding his P's and Q's. But if he starts getting into a firefight with him and he sees that he's having a success, then maybe then I could see him dropping him.
So we got Charlo by decision. We got Plant by knockout. Hey, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the Canelo Crawford. A lot of videos going up. I think we might have to do a little special early breakdown. This one might require 3 or 4 breakdowns here, because this is going to.
We could do that. We could do fighter profile, then fight matchup. That's a good idea. We'll do a 3-part series.
This is no doubt. This is no doubt the biggest fight of the year.
I guess.
What have you seen so far this year?
No, I'm just saying. I
can't see another bigger matchup than that coming up.
You know what it is? I'm holding my breath, and I think you should all hold your breath too. Like when you get a fight like this, first of all, the real fight is Canelo versus Benavidez. That's the fight.
Are they ever going to fight?
Never. It's never happened. But that's the fight. That's the fight that my nuts would get solid granite for. Really. This fight, it's a great fight because it's 2 great names, but I just don't want to get excited because I don't want it to be a stinker.
Hey, you know what? When we got so excited about Crawford Spence, we couldn't wait to see it, and then Crawford demolished him.
That's what I mean.
You just don't know what you're going to see.
You don't know
Crawford
what you're going to get.
Coming up, and Canelo with the size.
It could be a boring fight. Benavidez and Canelo, you were going to get a fight.
Yeah. This is a big unknown. I hope we see a great fight.
Me too. I hope Crawford comes in here and really forces him and says, listen, we're going to put it on. Let's put it on each other.
And Crawford, he's been as advertised. It's not like
Bud's great, dude.
What flaws you really see in this guy?
I don't see any. Listen, everybody's got flaws.
He's defensively sound. He hits hard.
Makes great adjustments.
Yeah, dude. He's smart.
Yeah.
But you're facing the best guy of our era right here with Canelo. Canelo lost to Mayweather. How could you deny that, bro? He's mowed down. Besides Mayweather when he was 21 years old, and the bigger guy, what's his name, Bivol. Besides that.
I don't know, man. I can't
The GGG wars were close.
He lost that fight, bro.
He should have lost that fight, but he did.
He did.
I know, just like John Jones lost to Gustafsson and lost Dominic. You
can
say that all day, but the fact is that he fucking won.
One thing about Tyson, I can give him at least credit for. Like there was no
controversy.
Fights. He either knocked you out or he lost.
Or he got knocked out.
Come on, Canelo. There's Canelo. Listen, I think he's great. He's durable as hell. Great IQ. Great boxing. He's great for the sport. He's great.
We might be at odds on this one. I'm going to save it for later.
I think Inoue's the greatest in the sport right now.
I wish Inoue would
pound
come.
For pound. I think he's pound
Why
for
can't
pound.
he come fight in the States?
He did. The last fight he was in the States.
Finally.
Yeah.
We want to see him on. You got to watch him at 1 a.m. Japan.
Nobody wants to fight him.
Yeah, of course they don't want.
Nobody wants to fight him.
The guy's
bro.
a monster. Yeah, but you know what? He did get put down for the first time.
He got sloppy.
He did get.
That's
put down.
Only thing I will say about Inoue. That's the one thing that scares me. He's going to go in there one day with a really good puncher who's going to catch him on the chin.
It's the first time I've seen him get put down ever. He got right back up. It wasn't like.
It doesn't matter though. That shows you something.
Sure. Shows you that he's human. He's not a machine.
Bro, he's so good.
He's a man.
Hits like a fucking truck.
No, I know he's great.
Came back, but then the impressive thing was the way he came back.
Yeah, he did. I watched it. Yeah, sick. All right, listen, we're from the Mad Lab, MMA.com. Come check us out. We'll see you each and every week here for the Mad Lab on the Mad Lab Boxing YouTube channel. We're out.